Hi again, it's Real J, and today we will talk about the 95th Academy Awards that took place not too long ago, March the 12th. Now, I watched it on a Discord server where someone was kind enough to stream it, and it was a night of unexpected but happy surprises. Now, Everything Everywhere All at Once led the nominations with 11, I think, and it was very well deserved. It was a phenomenal film, and I will talk about that in a later video. And All Quiet at the Western Front also got many wins, but ultimately Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. It was very well deserved. Now, on this Discord server I was on, there were me and about between 5 and 10 others, and we were talking, and All Quiet on the Western Front won many awards, maybe a bit more than it should have, which was interesting, but it is an amazing film. The original came out in 1930, where it won the Academy Award for Best Picture. I have not seen the original, but people say that the remake was very well made. The movie deserved a remake, and the remake did the original justice. So, to talk about the acting awards. Now, the Academy Award for Best Actress was quite major. Everyone basically saw it as Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once versus Cate Blanchett for Tar. And I watched Tar quite recently. It came out in the UK in January, so not very long before the Oscars. And I watched Tar and I was spellbound by Cate Blanchett's performance, and I believe she would win. She absolutely deserved it. I think she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Drama. Michelle Yeoh won for Best Actress in a Comedy, and Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh were sweeping the awards. It was going to be one of them, no doubt. And it was Michelle Yeoh, and I was really happy about that. She absolutely deserved it. And same with Best Supporting Actor for Ke Quan. It couldn't have been anyone else but him. He absolutely deserved the Oscar. And his speech was so cute. He was, I wanted to squeeze his cheeks. I think everyone did. He honoured his mum, and he had this big grin on his face. And Ariana DeBose, who last year won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her amazing performance in West Side Story, she presented the award with tears in her eyes, and I think we all shared that feeling. Ke Quan, if it wasn't him, it was no one. Now, the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, that's what surprised me, and I think it surprised a lot of people. I think people saw that it was going to be Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once versus Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Both of them were amazing. Both of them were winning awards. I think Kerry Condon won the BAFTA, and so people thought, okay, it's going to be her. She's going to win the Academy Award. And it was Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Jamie Lee Curtis, for so long she had been known for never being nominated for an Oscar. And then when she was nominated a few months ago, everyone was, well, I don't think we were surprised actually, because she was phenomenal in Everything Everywhere All at Once. She was spectacular. But her reaction to being nominated was the absolute sweetest. I think you can find it on her Twitter or her Instagram account. She's just in absolute shock and awe, celebrating. And I just wonder though whether or not she deserved the Academy Award. Well, I think she did actually. I'm surprised she won it, but I'm not mad. I think Jamie Lee, I wonder if the AMPAS, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, voted for her because they thought, oh, she's never been nominated, people know that, why don't we give her the win? But out of the 20 acting nominees, 16 were first-time nominees. And even then, 18 of them had never won an Oscar ever. Only Cate Blanchett and Judd Hirsch, who was nominated for The Fabelmans, won in 1980 for Ordinary People. So, yeah, it was a night of surprises and thrills. Everyone who won had won and been nominated for the first time. Now, there was something quite controversial, I'll say. Angela Bassett, she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Now, Black Panther and Wakanda Forever are both amazing films. Angela Bassett is an amazing actress, certainly a standout. I was very surprised she was nominated though, and I believe she shouldn't have been. Instead, I believe, and I'm sure many people feel the same way, that Lashana Lynch should have been nominated for her performance in The Woman King. Now, The Woman King and Till they basically made headlines for being snubbed at the Oscars. Viola Davis in The Woman King and Daniel Deadwyler in Till were ignored. People believe it was racism, and well, I'm sure it was. And of course, they were furious about it. I think Viola Davis spoke out about being ignored by the Oscars. Instead, for Best Actress, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, and Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans were nominated, and some believe that Michelle Williams didn't even need to be nominated. Andrea Riseborough, though she was amazing in To Leslie, and many celebrities such as Susan Sarandon were hyping her up, believe that To Leslie is a small film, and there was absolutely no way, everyone knew that Andrea Riseborough would not win. Ana de Armas, she played Marilyn Monroe in Blonde, and she was amazing. I believe she deserved a nomination, but I'm glad she didn't win. Blonde was criticised, and I watched it the day before the Oscars, and I agree with the criticisms, for being exploitative, for further abusing Marilyn Monroe, for playing her in a misogynistic, negative light. And of course, Blonde was defended for this. Ana de Armas said it would be a hard watch, and it was. It was a hard watch. It was an unnecessary watch. It was half an hour too long, but she was amazing. And yeah, Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans. Did she deserve her nomination? I don't think so. But at least she gave a great performance. Another thing I was surprised about, Tar, The Banshees of Inisherin, and The Fabelmans were nominated for quite a few Oscars and won nothing. It didn't win a single thing. Even The Whale won for makeup and hairstyling, as well as Best Actor for Brendan Fraser. But yeah, the three films I just mentioned, they didn't win anything, which came as a big surprise. All Quiet at the Western Front got awards that I believe should have gone to those three films. Now, Brendan Fraser as Best Actor, I was thrilled. Again, this was a close call between Austin Butler for his performance in Elvis and Brendan Fraser in The Whale. I believed Austin Butler would win, but when Brendan Fraser won, I was not mad. I really wasn't. I was thrilled for him. He was very sweet, even when his name was mentioned when they were calling all 5 Best Actor nominees. All 5 of them are first-time nominees, by the way, the other 3 being Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Bill Nye for Living, and Paul Mescal for Aftersun. Brendan Fraser, he had tears in his eyes when he was mentioned, and I thought that was very sweet. And then when he won, I don't think he was expecting it, but his reaction was sweet. In his speech, he said something along the lines of, "Only whales can swim at the depth of the talent of Hong Chow," who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And he deserved his Oscar. The Oscar was the least they could do for him after blacklisting him. This deserves to be said, but he was sexually assaulted by a producer, I think, and As a result, he was blacklisted and he became very depressed as a result. He didn't have very many roles, and he thanked the director of The Whale, Darren Aronofsky, for giving him a creative lifeline. And I recommend The Whale very much. It's amazing. His role is so heartfelt, so genuine. You can see the emotion in his eyes, in his face, and it seems as if all the other actors, Hong Chow, Sadie Sink, Samantha Morton, what have you, they're all reacting to him, and that's what makes the movie so brilliant. And now for the Best Picture nominees. Among them was Triangle of Sadness, perhaps not as watched as the others, Avatar, The Way of Water, Top Gun Maverick, Elvis, but Triangle of Sadness is a fun watch. It's basically a big old screw you to rich people. It's a dark comedy. You've got rich people on a boat that sinks and they all get violently seasick and they get stranded on an island for a few days. And it was a great film. It was hilarious. I watched it on the 2nd of November, I believe, and I had a good old time. Top Gun Maverick, that amazed me. I wasn't a fan of the first film. I'd give it a 5 out of 10 at best. It was mediocre. But Top Gun Maverick, the sequel, was one of the best sequels I've seen in a while. And I was happy when it was nominated for Best Picture. Now, the ANPAS, the Academy, sent on their Twitter page something like, which of the 10 films do you think will win Best Picture? And so many people tweeted back Top Gun Maverick. And while I'm happy it didn't win, especially because Everything Everywhere All at Once deserved it, I'm happy it was nominated. It was wonderful. It was one of the best films of 2022. Triangle of Sadness, I think I said earlier, I'm surprised it was nominated, but I'm certainly happy about it. It deserves a lot more recognition. And other nominees include Avatar, The Way of Water, which is visually incredibly beautiful. Luckily, I think it won Best Cinematography. Me and the others on the Discord server, we were joking. We said, if it's all quiet on the Western Front, let's just sign off and go to bed. And luckily, Avatar, The Way of Water won. And others Women Talking. I'd like to talk about that. It won the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. It was based on a novel, which in turn was based on a true story of Mennonites. I'll talk about Women Talking in a later video. Sarah Polley, who wrote the screenplay, joked, saying, isn't it surprising that the Academy isn't offended by the words women and talking? And it is an amazing screenplay. I watched it a month or even 2 weeks before the Oscars, and it nearly had me in tears. The performances of Jessie Buckley especially, as well as Claire Foy and Rooney Mara, they are needed, because it really is just women talking. It's simple and yet it's necessary, it's relevant and it's effective, and the screenplay was one of the best I'd ever seen, so it deserved it. Women Talking, I knew, and I think everyone knew, that it wouldn't win Best Picture, but it deserved the recognition. Yeah, so in closing, the 95th Academy Awards were great, surprising. All Quiet on the Western Front didn't need that many awards, but it won the BAFTA Award for Best Picture, I think. It led the amount of nominations in the BAFTAs. And to Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ke Quan and Brendan Fraser, they all are amazing actors. Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, I forgot to mention, who won 3 Academy Awards for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Best Original Screenplay, Best Director, Best Picture. They deserved it as well. It's a phenomenal film. It's on Prime Video. I recommend you watch it. And that's all from me. make sure to like and subscribe to Stellar Nest and comment your thoughts on the 95th Academy Awards. Bye.